Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Floss, back again with another video. And today we're going to take a look at the Google Pixel 10a. Now, you can pick this one up online. I'll throw the link up in the description. The price on this one starts at $500. All right, so let's get right into it. First things first, shout out to White Shoes, back in the building.
I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes.
White Shoes,
I love my white
calm
shoes.
down. Okay, Google Pixel 10a. Now, let me start off by saying this. If you got the 9a, do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. Pause the video right now. Hit like, leave a comment, and keep it moving. Okay? Now, I like to say sometimes, congratulations, you bought the same phone twice, but I just be trolling. A lot of times you're getting a new processor, you're getting better cameras, but it's basically the same phone. Not this time. This is one of those times where it's congratulations, you bought the same phone twice. This is the exact same phone. Now, if you're going to watch this video right now and you already seen my 9A video, congratulations, you're going to watch the same video twice. Now, I know what you're going to say. Is it really the same phone? What's the difference? First of all, if you go to Google's website, both of these phones are the same exact price. That should tell you everything that you need to know. But there is some slight upgrades with the 10A. And let's go through those real quick. Number one, with the 10A, you're getting better Gorilla Glass. Okay, you're getting Gorilla Glass 7i for protection as opposed to Gorilla Glass 3. Now, what does that mean in the real world? Absolutely nothing. Okay, in the real world, it's basically the same. Next, the build quality. Now, they say it's a little bit lighter, okay, the 10A, and you got a flatter camera on the back. What does that mean in the real world? Absolutely nothing. Okay, they're going to feel exactly the same. Next, with the 10A, now you're getting satellite SOS. Now, depending on where you live at, most of us will never use that. And lastly, you're getting 1 extra year of security patches and updates. Again, in the real world, who's keeping one of these phones for longer than 5 years? Other than that, same camera, same processor, same battery, same software. All right, so let's unbox it, and then we'll go through the basic specs. All right, Pixel 10a. Now, with that being said, let me show you something. Now, if you got something like this, if you got a Pixel 7, you know what I'm saying, Pixel 7a, yeah, this is a good upgrade. Now, if you're going to buy either one of these, why not buy the 10a? If they're the exact same price, buy the newer version. Why not? Why did I go to the high voice? All right, here we go. Pixel 10a. Let's go ahead and unbox this. Okay. Shout out to White Shoes. Shoes feeling kind of frisky today. All right, I like it. All right. Made from recyclable materials, of course. Here we go. Inside, it's going to be a device. Beautiful. Let's see what else you get here. Now, this is going to be your SIM ejection tool. You got your usual books and shit. Plug them and file them. And you get your charging cable. USB Type-C to USB Type-C. No charger in the box. Samsung, Google, Apple, nothing. Motorola, Sony. Fucking Sony! Put the charger in the box. Right now, the Sony rant is getting worse every time. All right, let's get and power this up, and then we'll go through the specs. Now, this one comes in 4 different colors. You got lavender, berry, which is this one. You got fog and obsidian. For the display, you got a 6.3-inch OLED panel with a resolution of 1080 by 2424. Now that's 422 for the PPI Patrol. You got up to 3000 nits brightness and a 120 Hz refresh rate. Now the phone is IP68 dust and water resistant. You got Gorilla Glass 7i on the front for protection. You got an aluminum frame and a composite back. In other words, plastic. Now, for the processor, you got the Google Tensor G4 with the G17 GPU. Now, what does that mean in English? Flagship specs, bro. According to Google phones, flagship specs. Now, that's low-tier flagship specs, but flagship specs nonetheless. Hashtag bars. Now, you're getting 8 gigs of RAM, 128 or 256 gigs of storage, no micro SD card slot for expandable memory. Now, it's running Android 16 with Google Stock OS, and you're going to get 7 years of updates and security patches. Now, for the battery, you got a 5,100 milliamp battery that features 30-watt fast charge. Now, you also got 10-watt fast, okay, let me say that right. 10-watt wireless charge. I'm so used to saying 10, fast wireless charge. 30-watt wireless charge. Let me say that one more time. 30-watt wired charging and 10-watt wireless charge. No pixel snap. All right, so no magnetic. Now, one more difference. The charging is a little bit faster than the 9A, but 30 watts. Again, in the real world, nah, it's the same. It's the same. Don't go by the specs on paper. Now, for the cameras, on the rear, you got a dual setup. So you got a 48 megapixel wide angle lens and a 13 megapixel ultra wide angle lens. Now you can shoot 4K video at 60 frames per second. On the front, you got a 13 megapixel wide angle lens and you can shoot 4K video at 30 frames per second or 1080p at 60 frames per second. Now you got dual stereo speakers, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, NFC, always on display, face unlock, and an on-screen fingerprint sensor. All of that for $500. Now I will say this. At $500, there's a few other choices that you could go with. You could go with the Poco phones. Y'all seen those. You could get one of my sleeper phones of the year, the Vivo V70, under $500, best camera at this price. And me personally, if it was my money, I would go with the Nothing 4A Pro, $500. Now keep in mind, the Pixel does have a slightly better processor, okay, and it does have wireless charging. None of those phones I just named have wireless charging. But personally, look at this. I think the Nothing phone is just way cooler, okay? Processor-wise, in the real world, they're going to feel the same. Camera's a little bit better, battery's a little bit better, software's just as smooth. But it depends where you live at, okay? If you live in the USA, maybe you got Verizon, maybe you got one of these unknown carriers. This is guaranteed to work on all of your carriers, and you're going to get that Google customer service. That's something important that you want to think about. All right, so let me pause the video, delete my browsing history, and then we'll walk through the OS. Talk amongst yourselves.
At Avis.
All right, y'all, so we back in. First, let's take it over to the scales of justice and see if this phone is actually lighter than the 9A. So here's the 9A, 185.9. 10A, 184.9. So technically, Google wasn't lying, okay? It is a little bit lighter. Now, if you look at the back, the camera is a little bit flatter. You see, this is completely flat versus, you get a little razivity on this. But again, in the real world, these are the same damn phones. All right, now let me talk to y'all honestly. At